This presentation introduces course-focused practice, approaches to teaching that seek to enhance student satisfaction with their course by proactively developing connections across and through their course experience. While your students enrolled for a course, their actual experience may feel fragmented or disjointed. There is a danger that things don't feel joined up or coherent. Modules, for instance, can feel disconnected from each other. For example, in some cases, tutors do not make links between what their students are learning in one module and what they are learning in others, both those they are taking now and those they will take later. In this way, learning opportunities are missed, and often students can be left wondering whether their course has been designed holistically or just thrown together. With some thought and coordination, it's easy to build in all sorts of connections across and through a student's course. Doing so can develop student satisfaction and increase their engagement, attendance, and personal motivation. By working on connection making, a narrative can emerge for the students that can help to foster their sense of becoming. They develop a sense of how the course fits together and how this supports the development of their own identity, capabilities, and future aspirations. While there are plenty of opportunities for fostering a sense of course belonging, assessment and feedback design are key points for connection making. Academics and students report several areas that warrant particular attention in terms of engagement. The danger is that when engagement starts to falter, academics will attempt to fix the engagement problem in ways that compound the problem, and students will vote with their feet or provide poor evaluations of their modules, including in the NSS. Group work, feedback, and formative assessment activities are hotspots for engagement. When they work well, they can make the module exciting and rewarding, but when they begin to fail, they can have the opposite effect. The message is, whatever our role, we need to focus more on the student's whole course experience. Being course-focused is similar to being student-centered. What you do with your students establishes relevance by taking time to explore the meaning and usefulness of content with the students. Being sure your students know why they're learning a topic is important, and then how they will apply this learning later in the module, the course, or in life beyond university. This can come from discussion, but it can also be an outcome of active learning strategies that involve the students using knowledge to address problems together. Simply, by focusing more on meaning making through activity and discussion, you will become student-centered, and this inevitably leads to more motivated students. Academics on a course must be familiar with the course learning outcomes. Often academics focus too much on delivering their module learning outcomes, understandably, and their specific bodies of content. Being too content and module focused can undermine engagement and can leave the module feeling disconnected and potentially irrelevant to some students. Learning should never be perceived by the students as a chore, even when it is difficult and challenging. It is about your students having an experience. Think about creating a challenging learning context. That is, a learning context that is intriguing and fosters curiosity and a desire to be able to answer difficult questions or tackle complex problems with confidence. Such confidence tends to come from practice. So ask, how can you maximize opportunities for your students to apply what they know? Being course-focused means working towards creating a learning environment in which your students feel immersed and highly motivated. Their encounters with knowledge should inspire them. Think about what you can devise to stimulate them. often that will come from helping them to find connections between what they are doing and learning now and how this will help them later. So, the challenge of the course team is to think about connection making. While the tendency of a module is to deliver content, often the trick is to work out how to motivate students so that they find out what they need to know as a response to inspiring challenges. There are many sound approaches that can be used to achieve this, with names like active learning, inquiry-based learning, problem-based learning, and project-based learning, amongst others, and there is an immense amount of knowledge and guidance available to support such strategies. Common to all of these ideas is a shift of emphasis from the delivery of content knowledge to the development of student capabilities. So they learn to learn by exploring and applying knowledge in meaningful ways. That's why the idea of applied learning is so useful. So what's it mean in practice? If you're not already taking a course-focused approach, many of your colleagues will be. In either case, adopting student-centered and course-focused approaches is much better done with others. Course teams can work cooperatively in a number of ways to create a supportive teaching environment. Perhaps the single thing to keep in mind is the forming of the student's identity, their sense of becoming. As each student learns, they change. Being aware of this change is important to them because it can drive their motivation. Talking with them about what professionals do or about what you will do as a professional can be highly inspiring.